Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com's Facebook and WTIM TV YouTube, brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You always do better with Landmark. And People's Bank and Trust. They put people first. Well, I lately have been seeing, I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing a ton of warnings of scams from all sorts of different types of stuff. And, well, yes, you got to pay attention to those too, but you also got to pay attention to just about everything, especially in the world of financial exploitation. And here to talk a little bit about that, I have Social Security Public Affairs Specialist Jack Myers. Good to have you back here, Jack.
Thanks, Avery. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, so scammers, man, they just don't let up. What do you want to let people know about right now?
Yeah, unfortunately, we do have to talk about this a lot because, as you said, they're persistent. They don't let up. And I think that one of the best tools or the best defenses that we can have against these scammers is awareness. And so, just bringing it up and talking about it helps people be sort of on guard for it, and just helps ensure that they don't fall for it. You touched on something in the opening about financial exploitation, and that's really what's going on a lot of these, and it's a form of elder abuse. And so I think the angle that I want to approach this from this morning is to talk a little bit about helping protect older relatives and friends from this type of elder abuse that comes in the form of financial exploitation from scammers. And Avery, I think we've touched on this before, that it's true that the scammers target people of all ages. So it's not something that's unique to older individuals, but statistics show that older adults lose nearly 25 times more money than other age groups from the scams. And it's estimated that scams cost older adults $113 billion a year. So that is just crazy. That's something that we have to try and put a stop to, or at least, minimize that. A lot of times, that's just an estimate because these scams go unreported because maybe people don't know how to report them. Maybe they're embarrassed about reporting them. So I think the takeaway here is learning how to spot scams so you don't fall victim yourself, but then also having those conversations with your older relatives and friends to make sure that they're aware and that they don't fall victim, because we really want to put a stop to this and just stop seeing people lose their hard-earned money and their savings to these scams.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine that you have a couple of good resources to help people learn how to spot a good, or not a good scam, how to spot any scam for that matter.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel you when you say that, because an effective scam, whatever the proper word is, because obviously it's not good, it's terrible. But I know what you meant there. How do we spot something that's been effective at getting money from people? And we do have some tools out there. We have on our website at ssa.gov, we have a blog that we call Social Security Matters, and we put updates on different things and information on all kinds of different social security topics. There is one out there on scammers and scams. It's called Slam the Scam: How to Spot Government Imposters. So that's a pretty good one. But then we also have another resource that's more just kind of like a whole portion of our website devoted to it, and that's ssa.gov/scam. So you can find information about how to spot these things. Some common elements that I can just kind of give you a heads up on, that things to watch for, red flags, if you will. They're typically, the scammers that is, are typically trying to exploit fears. So, they're going to threaten you with arrest or legal action. They're going to claim there's a problem with your Social Security number or your benefits. They may claim that your Social Security number is linked to a crime. And in all those scenarios, they're trying to present this big problem that will scare you and kind of get you a little bit off your game in terms of, rational thinking because you've got that fear factor involved. And then they'll try to trick you into doing things like purchasing gift cards and giving them the numbers off the gift cards, or sending or wiring cash, any number of things like that. We will never do that stuff. We're never going to ask you for gift cards. We're never going to ask you for cash. We're not going to call you and threaten you and threaten arrest and things like that. So those are just real prominent red flags. Mm-hmm. If you hear those things on the phone, just hang up. Don't even stay on the phone, because you don't want to spend any more time than you have to with the scammers on the line.
Outside of hanging up, is there anything else someone should do if they suspect a scam?
Yeah, we've got a way that you can report that. We talked earlier about people maybe not knowing how to report these scams. So we have a law enforcement branch, if you will, that is the Office of the Inspector General. And they're the ones that do investigations into fraud and scams and things like that. And so you can report these scams directly to them. There's a link for that on that same page I mentioned earlier. So that ssa.gov/scam that has a bunch of information on how to spot a scam also includes the link on how to report the scam to our Office of the Inspector General. So that's what I would recommend. And then, sometimes, Avery, the scams come over the phone, but they can also come via text message or via email. So if you get them a message like that, just ignore it. Don't click on the links or anything like that. If you get the phone call, just hang up, because you really don't want to spend any more time than you have to talking to them. Unfortunately, the people are pretty persuasive, and the longer you spend on the phone with them, the more at risk you are of giving something up that's valuable to them and harmful to you.
Anything else that you want to emphasize or reiterate with scams?
Just one more time, I'll give that web address, ssa.gov/scam, for some good resources on how to spot and hopefully how to avoid these scams in the future.
Moving on a bit, I understand October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month. What can you tell me about that? Because I understand Social Security works heavily with disability employment awareness.
Well, yeah. So, we administer disability programs. We have the Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, disability program, and then we have the Social Security Disability Insurance Program. So, definitely work a lot with people who are getting disability benefits or applying for disability benefits. And a lot of people want to go back to work. You're on disability, but a lot of times that's really not a lot of money. As of December of 2021, Social Security paid an average monthly disability benefit of $1,222.45 a month. So, that's barely enough to keep a beneficiary above the poverty guidelines. So, we recognize and appreciate the roles that people with disabilities play in the workforce, and again, recognize that a lot of people on Social Security would like to return to work in hopes of one day making it back into the workforce full time despite their disability. It's not going to be an option for everybody. They're on disability for a reason. But for those who want to try, I think that now, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, is a good time to let you know that you can try. We have work incentives. They're different for the different programs. So, the Social Security Disability Insurance Program has really a great opportunity for you to go back to work, where we call it a trial work period, where, essentially you can go back to work for up to 9 months without your paycheck affecting your Social Security disability benefit. And again, it's not available for SSI. It's different with the SSI program. But if you're on Social Security disability benefits, you've got that 9-month opportunity to try to get back into the workforce. And you have the peace of mind of knowing that if it doesn't work for you, you're not going to jeopardize your Social Security disability benefits, because that's a risk that a lot of people just can't afford to take. And so just want to mention that, as we think about and talk about this National Disability Employment Awareness Month, that if you're on Social Security disability and you want to try to go back to work and you haven't worked since you went on benefits, you do have this 9-month trial work window. I encourage you to talk to us about it, get in touch with Social Security, give us a call, stop by the office, let us know that you're planning to return to work, and then we'll talk to you about how to report your wages to us and, give you some options. You can do that on our website once you've reported the work to us. But we'll talk to you about that and, help you kind of understand what your options are. So hopefully you can go back to work, be successful, and one day be able to get off of the Social Security disability benefits.
Right. And I know sometimes when you transition back into work, it can be a little bit of a tough transition time. Got any tips to help with that?
Well, Avery, it certainly could be. And one of the things that we have to recognize is that a person who's on disability is potentially having to adjust to maybe a whole new line of work or maybe a new way to do the work because of the disability. And so if that's a challenge for you and you just don't know where to begin, there is something out there called the Ticket to Work. It's a free program that will support career development for people who are between the ages of 18 to 64 and receiving Social Security disability benefits. So if you're in that age range and you're on Social Security disability and you are thinking about getting back to work but don't know where to start, this Ticket to Work is a great spot to start. There is a website. It's kind of tied to our website. So you go to www.choosework.ssa.gov or just go to ssa.gov and look around for work and disability, and you'll find it that way. But they also have a toll-free number. It's 866-968-7842. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat that, 866-968-7842. And that's for the Ticket to Work program, where a person could get some assistance with trying to adapt to the workplace again after being off because of a disability.
The Social Security's Public Affairs Specialist, Jack Myers, here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from him after this short time out here on WTIM, your information station. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust. They put people first.
WTIM. Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly higher, beans higher, wheat trading lower. December corn, 6.83 3/4, up 2 1/4. March corn up 2 pennies, 6.89 3/4. May corn 6.89 1/4, up 2. November beans up 11 1/4, 13.83 1/4. January beans up 11 3/4, 13.93. March beans $14 3/4, up 11 1/2. December wheat 8.33 1/2, down 5 1/4. March wheat down 5 1/4, 8.53. December bean meal $4.15.70, up $7. December bean oil up 6 cents, 71.93. In the livestock market, October feeders up 127, 176.95. October live cattle 151.75, up 15 cents. December lean hogs 88.75. That's up 82 cents. In the energy market at this hour, December crude oil 85.62, up $1.04. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Proven banking solutions are a must for today's business owner. Hi, I'm Jordan Rupert with People's Bank and Trust. If your company needs products like online bill pay, remote deposit, and payroll direct deposit, or better checking and saving account options, then we need to talk. I can customize our business banking and lending plans to fit your company's needs. Call 888-PBT-1954 or visit bankpbt.com today. We want to be your business banking partner. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The air is crisp, the nights are cooler. Fall has arrived. Even though your pool is closed for the season, you can still enjoy the outdoors. When the weather's cool, the best dinners are prepared on the grill. Southern Ledge Pool and Patios in Taylorville can help complement any meal. Stop in today and get 10% off all grilling items, spices, rubs, accessories, sugar-free, healthy gourmet seasoning blends, and more. Whether you're grilling at home or tailgating at a game, Southern Ledge Pool and Patios in Taylorville has just what you need.
Taylorville Care Center, Taylorville's premier nursing facility, is hiring, and they're offering the best opportunities in town with new wages, elite pay, and premium pay programs for RNs, LPNs, and CNAs. Nurses may be eligible for major medical insurance if qualified as a level 2 nurse. Their exclusive work perks has something for all employees. Quarterly retention bonuses and weekly vaccination incentives are also offered. Apply to learn more. Join the Taylorville Care Center family by finding their ad on Indeed.com. Taylorville Care Center, caring for the community for nearly 50 years.
A child in need of emergency care can be a parent's worst fear. But Julie can't thank HSHS Good Shepherd Hospital's emergency team enough for the care her daughter received during a medical scare.
The team at Good Shepherd took great care of my baby girl. The entire team was very attentive, compassionate, and made my daughter feel safe. We are so grateful for the care she received.
HSHS Good Shepherd Hospital. We're here with you.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust. They put people first. I have Social Security Administration Public Affairs Specialist Jack Myers here on the phone. And, you know, Jack, I've been paying a little bit of attention to lately, talking with the Illinois Treasurer's Office. They are, there's a retirement, they're taking a little bit of money out and putting it in a 401k, and that's to help you save for retirement. And I know that that's something that the Social Security Administration is all about, saving and planning for retirement. So, you had a day to celebrate that this month, I understand.
That's right. I swear I look at all the opportunities to bring up the importance of planning for your financial future. And there was one in October. So October 12th was National Savings Day. And for me, it's just another time to remind people, again, like I said, about the importance of planning for your financial future. Obviously, Social Security is going to be an important part of most Americans' retirement plans. And so that's kind of at the forefront of my talking points when I'm thinking about, what people should do in terms of Social Security and getting ready for the future. So this National Savings Day that happened earlier this month is just an opportunity for you, if you haven't already done so, to visit or create your own My Social Security account on our website at ssa.gov. So you go to ssa.gov/myaccount, set up your own personal account where you can look at your earnings record for accuracy. Make sure that your employer has been reporting your wages to us correctly, and that the Social Security wages listed in the My Social Security account match the Social Security wages on your W-2s, or if you're self-employed, that they match the net earnings from self-employment on your self-employment tax returns. And then you can look at estimates of what your future benefits would be from Social Security and get an idea there, just how much you can expect to receive, and maybe start to think about what date. That's always fun, right? Think about what date a person could retire, so you can kind of look at some custom scenarios and see what your benefits from Social Security would be at certain ages, starting at 62 for retirement, all the way up to age 70, where your benefit would max out due to delayed retirement credits. So there's a lot of helpful information that you can find right there at the website, ssa.gov/myaccount, so that you can be better prepared for your retirement and your financial future.
We don't have a ton of time here to talk about what we really want to talk about here in a moment. So I have a one-off question for you, Jack, about your Social Security card, if you would, real quick.
Sure.
Okay. So I've heard a little bit about in the terms of laminating it. Is that something that you are legally able to do? To rephrase that, can you legally, or is it illegal to laminate your Social Security card?
Okay, good question. It is not illegal
Okay.
to laminate your Social Security card, but it's not recommended either. The reason I say that is because a lot of places will not accept, like if you have to show your Social Security card at a bank or for an employer, a lot of them won't accept it if it's laminated. So
Okay.
you're better off to not laminate it. I know it's just a paper card, but you shouldn't be carrying it around with you on a daily basis anyway. So while it's sitting there in your safety deposit box or whatever safe spot you've got for it, it shouldn't be taking much wear and tear. So
There you
don't
go.
laminate that Social Security card.
All right. That's Public Affairs Specialist Jack Myers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
Light on Russia's